I made a gluten-free pistachio madeleine out of the Tartine All Day dessert section, and Ellisabeth Prueitt uses her classic technique skills and her dietary restrictions to offer other options for gluten-free eaters that even non-gluten-free eaters will enjoy. She uses as many naturally gluten-free occurring ingredients like nut powders as she can, with a little boost from rice or tapioca starch. This is how I prepare my pastry bags because I'm going to be piping the madeleine batter straight onto the pan, and I can store the batter overnight in this exact format. I scaled ahead, and now I'm checking my recipe and making sure that I get all of my ingredients together so that visually I know what's going to go in each individual bowl. And we're going to end up with some whipped egg whites, some dry ingredients, and melted butter. Those three things will be incorporated toward the end. It will all get poured into the deli cup with the prepped pastry bag and then chilled in the cooler overnight. After sifting the 10X, I add the pistachio flour, rice, oat, and tapioca starch to the dry ingredients and then whisk them to combine. The butter went in the microwave for 45 seconds, and you can see there are some solids, but they do melt out just by letting them rest. When you combine the egg whites with the almond extract, you don't want to add the salt until right before you start whipping the egg whites because you will burn them. I'm going to whip the egg whites until foamy, but I actually keep the whisk on the bottom of the bowl and just go back and forth. And you can see that it thickens up, but I don't ever get even a soft peak. I fold in the butter in 2 stages using the whisk, and then I fold in the dries in 3 stages, ending with a rubber spatula. Each addition does not get completely combined until the very end when you don't want any streaks left. It's an awkward solution, but this is video number 1. The second video is on a chocolate buckwheat madeleine, and then the third is on how to prepare the madeleine pans, pipe the batter, and bake them. This way, I'll be able to show you the difference between the 2 different batters, comparing how they perform, taste, and what I think worked well and what didn't work well. This is a very loose batter, and I assumed that when you put it in the cooler that it would firm up quite a bit, but it still stayed very loose. So I have some questions about it, and this is the first time I've ever made it, so you're watching me in real time test a recipe. So I don't expect perfect results. I get surprised, but I also analyze and then do it differently. And I might want to make this recipe again because it's absolutely beautiful and it tastes amazing. Chilling the batter is something you would do whether this was gluten-free or not. That is the technique for a good madeleine result. I may not have grown up on madeleines, but it's the kind of petit four I can get behind. I hope you come back to see how they turn out because it's worth it.